Only one I love. I thought about getting some BB guns.
Getting somewhat.
Some BB guns, just for, practice till I get the real thing.
I got one.
A BB gun or a real gun?
A BB gun. It's a Ruger, the one they use in Olympic shooting.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. You just gotta get the scope dialed in. You can get a solid one for like $100 at Walmart. Just get the Ruger. It's just a snap. The crazy thing is, nigga, you ain't allowed to take them nowhere. Like, if you got one, they tell you to shoot it on your own property. Like, nigga, I live in the suburbs. I don't live in no country.
For real.
I don't know. A few years ago, nigga, I was putting birds down though. Be shooting the hell
Cut some on the power lines.
up.
Something up big. Get a little birdhouse. Put some seeds in that bit. Just wait.
Throw some bread out there.
For real. Some crumbs. Cut some flip. I remember when I went to Virginia, bro. We was out there shooting real guns, bro. And we was out in the, bro. I had no headphones, no kind of ear protection, bro. Them things, bro. Them things loud, bro.
Yeah,
I
some be
was
loud
going
as
deaf,
fuck.
bro. I was going deaf in one ear, bro. Cause you go deaf on the ear that you shoot, the side that you shoot on. Bro. I think it was my left side, cause that's let me see. I don't remember, but bro, I was going deaf in one ear, but I couldn't hear like for the whole day, bro.
I went to a range a couple of times. Nigga, we was in like the range be like a fucking basement type shit. That should be loud as fuck.
I know, bro. But we was out in the open field, literally straight fields, bro. And it was, bro, pow! All you hear is echo, echo.
Yo, where I'm at, there be monkeys in the wild, nigga. Like, there's
Like,
a, cause I don't know, Ohio's a country or whatever, but I'm not really in the country, even though the country is like right up the street. But this place Milford, it's like 20 minutes away. I remember when I was a kid, I was down in this like creek. It was like a bit, cause there was nothing but woods upon woods upon woods or whatever. And my mom worked out this company that was like in the middle of nowhere in the woods or whatever. And I used to like just go out in the woods and shit. And I seen a whole bunch. It was like 3 or 4 monkeys up in the tree climbing and shit. Cause I remember seeing 5 limbs or whatever, and they was using all their limbs like arms and legs and shit. And
yeah,
I looked it up, like, cause I always tell people about that. They'd be like, yeah, right or whatever. So I looked it up, nigga, and like it says, we're known to have spider monkeys, and they call them spider monkeys because they use all their limbs or whatever, like appendages.
yeah.
So we really got them bitches. We got bald eagles too, and rattlesnakes. I didn't know we had rattlesnakes.
Damn, y'all
Nigga, them
niggas in the
bald eagles
jungle,
be
bro.
big as
That's the
fuck.
jungle.
Yeah, them bald eagles be big as fuck. I remember I was with my dad fishing, like, I don't know, a couple years ago or whatever, and we was out in the spot. We was at a place called Mommy River. It's where like bass run, like it was a bass migration spot or whatever. And I seen them bitches as hello. I was like, "There's some goddamn bald eagles." My brother was like, "Them ain't bald eagles." My dad was like, "Nah, them bald eagles."
Big fish, bro.
They was like 2 or 3 feet big, and they just had that white head. They look like they'd snatch up a baby, like real shit. Not to be funny,
For real.
like snatch up a little kid.
Motherfuckers, motherfuckers prehistorically big, nigga.
Nigga, that is huge. I thought that we only had that shit in like Arizona or Texas type shit.
Yeah, I ain't really on the nature side. I ain't on the wild side, bro. If I see one of them, if I seen a monkey, bro, if I seen a snake, bro, I don't know how to react, bro. I be like, nah, I'm not cut for this, bro.
Snakes
I'm
ain't
not ready
bad.
for this. But I don't know how I would react seeing a monkey though, bro.
It ain't like a big monkey. It was just like it was like I
Just
don't
seeing
know.
them in the wild, bro, because that's not something I've ever seen, bro. Just seeing them in the wild, bro. I'd be like, yo, that's weird.
It was crazy. It was crazy because they were just swinging through the trees like all together.
I only see them shits in movies or
The
like on
zoo.
social media, but them shits be tame, bro. They be pets. If
And
I
it,
actually
it
seen that
pretty
shit
much looked
live,
like one of those. That's how big it was. Probably a little bit bigger than what the pets ones.
imagine if they start fucking with you, throwing coconuts at you and shit, nigga. Start chasing you.
It's like that. Them niggas strong as fuck, nigga.
I know that.
You could get beat up by a little monkey if it wanted to. Yeah, I seen this dude owned a chimpanzee, nigga. And his chimpanzee turned on him. It ripped his face off and started punching the dude in the chest. And dude died. He was like gushing up blood and shit.
God damn. That's a bad way to die, bro. That's a horrible way to die, bro.
Hell yeah. Get your face ripped off? That's weird.
And he wasn't even done with him then, bro. He he pulverized him.
For real,
He
nigga.
tenderized. He tenderized that man, bro. Like some meat.
You give me this fucking GMO food, I'm gonna eat your ass.
Right, there ain't no game out it, bro.
I don't know, nigga. I feel like adrenaline's a crazy thing, man.
I'm telling you.
There've been stories of fucking like there's a story where a mom was in a driveway getting groceries out of her car and her car rolled over on her because she didn't put the brake on, and
Mm-hmm.
the little 9-year-old girl picked up the car off her mom. Nigga, that adrenaline crazy.
You know, I'm telling you, that fight or flight response when it kicks in, like you can't really explain it until it happened, but it's like superhuman, abilities,
Yeah.
awareness, bro.
Nigga, it be God. Look, I'm gonna boost everything to help you
I'm
out,
telling you,
but
get up out of there, bro.
if you don't get it done with this godly power I just gave you, then you wasn't meant to live.
But that's crazy though that you say godly. It's sort of kind of like godly, bro, because it's like it's crazy, bro. How just everything is heightened, bro. All like your senses, everything is heightened, bro. Yo, like thinking, bro. Everything, bro. It is kind of godly, bro. If you think about it, bro.
This shit crazy. That's what's up, Gilbert. What you gonna be streaming, man? Yeah. Some people tapped into that though.
Bro, scientifically, but you probably can't, bro. I don't know, bro.
I used to
I
watch
would.
this one dude that take he would take some blows out because if you take a blow on your neck, you only can take like 15 pounds of pressure on your neck, and your Adam's apple would snap and then you would die, especially for men. But in like a gut, if you get hit hard enough in the gut, your stomach lining will rip and your acid will pour out in your stomach and kill you that way. But this dude was taking some unbelievable punches, bro. And he was like, the way I do it is before the impact, I just get real mad or whatever. And that's what Dragon Ball Z said, bro. Like how them niggas be getting mad and shit and then start beating up somebody.
Yeah.
I tell you about that 12-year-old boy.
No.
Get, some 12-year-old boy, bro, got stung over 1,000 times by a bee, some type of bee. And if you get stung like if you get stung like 10 times from this certain type of bee, like you can easily die or whatever. But the kid got stung over 1,000 times, bro. And he said while he was getting stung, uh, he was just picturing, he was acting like he was Vegeta, powering up.
Yeah.
That nigga, that's great.
That's crazy.
It
I mean,
really is,
it,
cause like why would you cause some people be idiots, bro, be idiots, but they take a blow on the back of the head and become some kind of musician. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like why? It's just unbelievable that we got so much potential locked and nobody even comes close to accessing it or even knowing about it.
Tapping into it. Yeah, bro. For
Niggas,
real.
it's crazy. It's sad and crazy. I think my favorite thing to do is watch America's Got Talent and just watch people like show their talents that they've been working on for years.
That's definitely one way to look at it, though, man. People do incredible things, man. When they focus, when they think about it, bro.
Crazy things. Niggas, I seen niggas do things I couldn't even ever conceive me doing.
Thought was even fucking possible,
Thought was even possible, my nigga. But I was watching America's Got Talent and there was this magician on there. Then it was like no, it was Penn and Teller. It was Penn and Teller, and fooled us or whatever. And
man.
fucking he asked Penn what his car was, and he told him. He had like the deck in his hand, and he let go of the deck, and he pulled his car out mid-air or whatever. And they was like, I don't know, they was just shocked or whatever. You could see everybody's faces, and he was like, I don't think there's no trick to it. He was like, I think you actually pulled my car out of the air or whatever. And the dude was like, I've been practicing that move for 17 years. Nigga,
Yeah,
17 years for one move.
for real, bro.
It was mind blowing though, but to me, I could have thought he just did some sleight of hand shit, but he really did it.
Yeah.
This shit mind blowing.
This world would have us believe, don't worry, don't focus on, your strengths. Just get a job, don't be regular, be average, don't, try to be great. Don't sit here and, spend your time on your passions or whatever the case may be. I swear, had this world had a different mindset, bro, like embracing like just people's potentials, bro, this world would do greater things. We'd have greater things done, bro.
But this is the devil world though, and he don't want you doing that shit.
For sure, bro.
Bro, they just want you to fucking work your life away and never get knowledge or build bonds. They don't want
Nigga,
they don't want you
yeah,
to
go
have
ahead.
no structure in your life type shit. They just want you to work and pay bill. Like they just want you to work and they want to take money out your check for like overpriced shit. Shit like that should be, you know, like internet, bro. We don't need a internet could be free along with electricity, but these niggas just want us to work and work and work and work.
Think about it, bro. You working, you just going getting up, going to work. They're getting rich. People are getting rich because they didn't work at all, bro. Whoever the powers that be at the top, they don't work at all. We're the ones working, but yet they take a percentage out of everybody's check. So basically, they're getting rich off us working without doing anything. If you think about it, bro.
Like banks, nigga. Every time you use your
That's
credit card, they
crazy.
charge you a fee, a withdrawal fee, like $2 or shit.
And you know how many people are have credit cards, and not only that, how many people have credit card debt? Right? Hey man, it's. I mean, they call it a system for a reason because it's a set of rules that's in place that's just meant to like
Control.
produce a certain result. You feel me? That's all it is, bro. We in this system, bro. We in this. They call it life, but I mean, it's not really living. You're not really living, but that's what they call it, life. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, I just want to get
Like
my guap right and fucking live out in the country, nigga. Be
I'm
self-sufficient.
telling you, man. Go be on the farm for real, bro. Cause
Grow my
that's
own
yeah,
shit.
that's what I'm, bro. I'm telling my sister she has this big ass backyard, bro. And like, you know, I don't got no time. And then the other day she took me to the store complaining about how high prices are high. I'm like, bro, yo, you know you can grow your own stuff, bro.
You
Bro, I'm
can, but
telling
you
you, man.
can't, nigga. They got a new rule, man, where you can only grow a certain amount of stuff that won't last you the whole year. Like you can't grow enough that will last you the whole year. They got a law in place.
I mean, first of all, how they gonna figure that out? And second of all, what do you grow that even lasts the year? Nothing that you grow
No, not just
lasts the year.
growing. You know how you grow something and harvest it, like pickle it, put it in jars and
Yeah.
shit. Like you can't grow
Oh, okay.
enough quantity to last you through the winter type shit. And the reason the price is going up like the only thing the prices are going up on, if you pay attention to, is like grown food, like fruits, vegetables, and shit like that. Like no, the
Hmm.
meat prices always go up, but they're not as going up as significantly as the crops or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's because
Right.
fucking nigga, our crops is getting pulverized. Everything's getting pulverized, nigga. Like
For sure.
everything.
The
Like,
land, bro, is getting raped, bro.
bro, it'd be them chemtrails, nigga. Like some nigga did a documentary on that chemtrail shit, man.
Bro. When Childish Gambino was like talking about killing the bees that we depend upon, birds were made for singing, waking up to no sound, bro. Like you know what he's saying? Because at the end of the day, bro, we as humans, we just destroying nature, and we like 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 we destroy nature to the point where we disrupting the cycle. You know how nature has its cycle. You feel me? We're
It,
disrupting that cycle.
I don't know. It is us, but then again, like I don't
The
know, like
population. You gotta do what you gotta do to sustain the population, bro. But at the same time, too, bro.
that's
Man,
that's an agenda, nigga, to destroy shit. Because
yeah, for sure.
if you destroy like the rich, they don't never got to worry about nothing, even if shit get bad, because they're just super rich. They can get the shit they need, no matter what. But when people don't got that much money and shit hits the fan, like it's gonna make it impossible for those people. So they're just trying to clear us out, man.
For sure. For sure. I mean, it's of course. I mean, it's not even human. It's the Satan's agenda. Everything. Human beings think that they're on top of. At the end of the day, they're only doing the devil's work, and we think like we're so smart, we're creative, like we control our own destiny, and really we just leading ourselves to the final to the day of judgment, bro. That's all we doing, bro. That's so till what the Satan is trying to do is basically. I can go deeper into it, but you know how the whole temple being built in Jerusalem, bro. So basically, if because the chosen people of God, the Israelites, whatever the case, if Satan could wipe those people out, then at the end of it, there would be no opposition to Satan, and then there would be no reason for the because Jesus is coming to redeem his people, the Jews or whatever the case may be, and now apparently it's like everybody else because the whole whatever, but if you take those people out, the people that God chose, like that's what the Bible said. If those days were not cut short, then there would be nobody would survive. Because at the end of the day, Satan's agenda is to get rid of all the Jews, all the Israelites, like the people that know God. You feel me? As long as like if he can wipe those people out, like the remembrance of God, or whatever the case may be, living right, and then I mean, then it becomes Satan's world. He could do whatever. He could just rule. I don't know, bro, but it's scary, bro. It's crazy, bro. If you think about it,
They both need each other.
it's crazy.
I don't know. if you was God, nigga, and I don't know if this life was a test, you would have to have like somebody testing them. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Because if you God, like his ways are much higher than us, but you would think, nigga, if this was a test, like God's thing would be, hey, listen, get your knowledge, listen to what I said, and obey me, type shit. But some people don't even get that knowledge, or they just regard instantly, or they have
Yeah.
hatred. But they both need each other. Because if there was no devil, everybody would go. But that's just free will, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. All I
We
know
made
is,
that choice,
huh?
knowing to we made the choice to know good and evil, and in doing so, we separated from God. Now we can't. Now instead of it being like second nature, it's a choice. And as human beings, we want to be in control to the point where even we want to be in control, but then the options, the freedom we have, we become slave to, we end up making bad choices. Even though we have the choice to do right, we always end up doing wrong, bro.
Not always, just sometimes.
Enough
That's why
for
you need
God to,
Jesus though, cause nigga, we ain't perfect.
right, enough to make God have to, do all this, to the whole story of the Bible. You feel me? So He could redeem us or whatever. Crazy, man. We got to this point.
It was it was
It's
bound to
it's
happen
really,
though.
I don't know, but it's really crazy though, bro.
Maybe
But if you think about like since like all right, let's just picture like Adam and Eve in the garden, and then you fast forward all the way to now. Could you imagine like because at the end of the day, it's real like at some point the genealogy brings us to them being our ancestors, great ancestors, the first two, whatever the case may be, and then you track all that down to us and living in these times. Did human beings imagine we would get to this point? Like, I mean, the seeing the world the way it is from back then, how it was, like to now, it's like it's
but
crazy.
it wasn't perfect back then either. The only reason, cause Eve took that fruit and it opened up her eyes to good and evil. And Adam, the only Eve didn't convince Adam to take the bite of the fruit. He just did it because he knew that God would punish her and send her to death. Because to be without God is death. And
Right.
so he was like, "Hey, man," he was like, "Hey, I did this shit too. So like, what? Like, we're your own creation. Whatever you got to do to her, you got to do to me too." So God said, "Fuck it," because the devil won right there. It was
I
bound to
mean,
happen though, because if God didn't want it to happen in the first place, it wouldn't have happened. God knew everything that was going to happen before it even happened, before the motions even was set to happen. You know what I'm saying?
God was mad at Adam because because Adam tried to blame it on his wife. He tried to, oh no, the woman you gave me. You feel me? So it's like at the end of the day, it's a choice, but at the end of the day, like you said, bro, like Adam was always gonna follow. For some reason, Adam followed Eve and not vice versa, because Adam was in love with Eve, and like you said, bro, it's like he didn't want, like
But
he couldn't imagine a world without Eve. You feel me? So he was like, you know what? I guess we going whatever God gonna do, he gonna do to his both.
God didn't want it to happen, but he knew it was a must. He he knows everything before it's going to happen. He wouldn't let it happen if he didn't really think it should happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Right, but God, He also gave us a free choice, and He was like, and that's why when they say God forgives you each and every day that you ask for forgiveness, He does literally forgive you at that moment in time if you sincerely, ask for forgiveness. So every day you wake, it's not like He doesn't know you're gonna sin, but it's like the moment you ask for forgiveness, it's like you got a clean slate right then and there in Jesus, like in Jesus' name. Of course, you got a clean slate, but it's kind of like back then, like we all got a choice. So He was like, you know what? Even though I'm God and I know that what's gonna happen. Like I'm still giving them the choice at the end. Like even though God, He completely gave them freedom to make that choice. It wasn't like they were gonna do it or it was inevitable. They had
It
the
was
choice.
inevitable.
They genuinely
The devil there
genuinely
was
had the choice.
talking in their head the whole time. It was inevitable. And if we
But
didn't
God,
did that, we wouldn't have total free will. Because if we was pure all the time, then you know what I'm saying? Because I make I make like raunchy jokes, dirty jokes, or whatever. You know if I was pure, I couldn't make those jokes. So that's taking a part of me away. You know what I'm saying?
it's not a part of you though. Like sin and just you wouldn't think that way. You would think differently from because as sin corrupted, us, the human being, the mind, the body, whatever the case may be. So you would think differently. Had you Adam and Eve not hit sin, you would have thought differently, and the world would have been differently for sure. So I don't know. You feel me? Because I can't talk because we obviously we don't know how it would have been if they hadn't done it. We only know what it is because they did do it. So we only know this side of it. We don't really know how it would on the other side. So I don't know. But either way, bro, it's like, bro, one day, bro, I gotta like God going he gonna run them questions, bro. He gonna have to answer me, bro, because I mean obviously God don't have to answer me, but it's like I need like there's a lot of
You
questions
want to
that
talk. You want a little sit down.
for real, but like yo, fill me in on the bigger picture, bro, because like it's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. How everything, I like you said, a little chat, man. Nothing, just a little chat.
It's,
I pray to him, but it's like that connection ain't there, bro. Where it's like you can pray to God and then right then and there you get an answer. Now we're I mean, rightfully
it
so,
was
because
never like that though.
man, what you bro? That was in the garden, bro. Like literally, God was there, bro. Like they were in God's presence, where it was just like they could literally go to God and be like, God, like, what's up? Like, I'm hungry. You feel me? Like they had that kind of like intimacy. It's once they sinned, they lost that, and they got banished from that garden. You feel me? I don't honestly, I don't know the big like the details, but like I said, that's why I want to ask. Like I need God to fill me in on like it's crazy. This life and how we here at this very moment in time. Think about it, though, man. The fact that we're like your mother would have, your mother had to been born. Your mother would have had to met your father for you to be here. But before all that, before your mother was born, she had a mother, and then like just the it's so it's crazy. Like
I don't think it
everything.
goes back that far though. I think we've been lied on how far it goes back. The
Probably, bro. It makes sense. You're probably right. You feel me? You're probably right. But as far as like history and time goes, we probably don't know the true
Nigga, the
history and true
Bible says the world's only like 6,000 years, and there's
right.
like there's the Vikings. You know the Vikings
Yeah.
back in the day. They used to put heads of monsters on the end of their boats, and there's even Bible quotes in the Bible talking about dragons and shit, like actual fire breathing dragons or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And there's stories back then how people slay like if you got a monster somewhere around you. Like over in India right now, like it's a thing to kill tigers, Bengal tigers, and like try to scare away elephants because the elephants be like trampling shit and the tigers be eating kids and shit. So like you become a hero if you slay the monster, and
Mm-hmm.
that's how it was back then. And even there's still stories today where there's a monster in the Amazon that's a dinosaur or whatever. But the Egyptians had stories of them killing big ass reptilian things or whatever, and the Emperor of China, because they have a fascination with dragons or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and they really believe that dragons existed too or whatever. And there's a story about in the 1600s how this emperor, when he used to go out in town, two dragons will pull his chariot. So I don't know. And there's stories in the Bible because I don't know, like the whole flood thing. I think that flood was for because it even says the devil corrupted the world's DNA, so God had to restart. So he killed everything, And you know, if there's really dinosaurs living with man, then that's the last thing you will want living with man. A big ass monster that don't give no fucks about killing a human.
So Matt, okay, you get the imagery of a dinosaur. I mean, you remember, back then there were giants, actual giants, because angels
Mm,
slept with women,
yeah.
whatever, they made giants. Forget all those dinosaurs and how they say the pyramids were formed and all that, bruh. Giant, bruh. Imagine, bruh, nowadays, bruh. Giants still roam. I mean, they say giants still roam the earth, and you can trace the DNA down to like people now, whatever the case may be. But bruh, giants, bruh. But bruh, can you imagine giants, bruh? Giant people, bruh.
Nigga, I seen
So,
a girl that was like fucking 7'9" or some shit.
bro, listen. You know how they when you listen to the David and Goliath story, it sounds like nonfiction. Like, it sounds like just a fair, like a folklore or whatever. Like, a man going against a giant. That's weird. No, that's like a cartoon or movie, bro. That was really the case, bro. A man was really fighting giants back in the day, bro. That's crazy.
They
To
said
the point where,
they found that battleground, David and Goliath.
but that's. I mean, I doubt it, but I don't.
No, they
I
said they
can't.
found the battleground, nigga. They found the
Bro.
city of Troy. That was a biblical city. And they found
But
another one. I forget what it was though.
bro, listen, bro. When they sent the spies to go, invade the land, look in the land, and they seen giants and they were fearful. But that's crazy, bro. I mean, and I'm not gonna say at the end of the day, God was with them at the time. You feel me? So they shouldn't have doubted. But I mean, human beings, bro, we gonna doubt, bro. That's crazy, bro. So imagine, bro, like God is telling, like a God, spiritual being, God, telling you, "I'll be with you, going to the land that I'm giving you." And there's giants, people eating other people, like giants eating humans,
You seen
giants,
that Titans show?
nah.
Nigga, you gotta watch that. Titans. It's about nigga, you gotta watch that shit. It's actually a really good. It's an anime, but it's really really good. Like nigga, it have you almost about to cry and shit, and it just goes in detail about that shit. Like how there's giants or whatever. Like there's humans along with giants or whatever. Well, this is biblical too. The Paul, no, what's his name? Babel
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. But
The
those,
tall back,
yeah, no, Baal, Baal,
Baal. Okay, okay, okay. Nimrod.
yeah, fucking
Yeah.
him. But they had giant. This is a titan. What the Titans go into detail in the Bible, but it's pretty much
Mm-hmm.
the same thing. But they was talking about how there's giants or whatever, and the giants started eating all the wildlife, and there's like no more wildlife left, so they
Right.
started turning on the humans, because people was sacrificing their babies to Baal,
Yeah.
like just letting that nigga eat them type shit. And when fucking I don't know, but they was just like they ate all the wildlife and there's nothing else, so they turned on the humans, and the humans tried to defend themselves and shit. It's a good ass.
Man.
I don't know if you got Hulu shit or Netflix, but nigga, now that I said something, I might have to rewatch that. I stopped watching it. I don't know why, but that shit was fire.
I might just watch it,
Yeah,
but it's crazy, bro.
it's good. It got like a lot of good shit. Like it's like I don't know. I think it was nominated for a couple awards. That's how good it was. Anime though. But that shit crazy. I believe all that shit too, nigga.
Like, what's not to believe, bro? That's the Bible, man. Because we can't understand it, you feel me? Like the imagery and metaphors. That's that's what really took place, bro. We don't have the mind to even to comprehend, bro. What
Nah, I
really took
wouldn't
place.
know. I think I could comprehend it.
Man, that's crazy.
I couldn't comprehend everything, but I could comprehend the like the outline.
Like, the Bible is just a simplified version, just what you need to know, bro. And then
Nigga,
and then
I be watching.
even
I be on that book of Enoch, nigga.
Yeah, that book was pretty crazy.
I I
But
don't know. I always say we in the end times, but
no, I mean,
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like I know there's like a lot more. There's yeah, we are. I mean, not. I don't even believe that. I believe like there's still a lot more that needs to be done, bro. As far as biblical like
How
prophecy
many
wise,
years? How many years would you say, at least?
because you know the Bible and the like human like life like real life in the Bible don't match up like years or whatever the case. But like I don't know, man.
Nigga, if you had to
I'd
say how
say
many more years, how many?
um before it get worse, bro. Maybe like
Nigga, it's getting
200
worse
years.
every day, nigga. What you mean?
Like I mean, like to the point where
I'm talking
I
shit, nigga. I'm talking Jesus coming back down. How many years, nigga?
like you see like you actually see demons and dragons like people like yeah, like maybe like
No, I'm talking about
200 years.
Jesus, nigga, coming back with 10,000 of
But
his saints, nigga. That's what I'm talking about.
Armageddon. I'm talking about the moments leading up to that. How much time we got till that happened? Maybe. Yeah, obviously nobody knows the time, but I mean, for me looking at the world and how it's going, bro, maybe 200 years, bro. 200 more years, man. That is
200? I think that's
200.
way too long. I don't
Cause
know.
I know I'm not gonna even from, but I just don't see it happening in my lifetime. But then again, you never know how
Bro, we
things
got a
just are.
doomsday clock. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, the Mayans and
No, no,
whatnot.
not the Mayans. Like the world got a clock. It's called the doomsday clock, however. And like they judge a whole bunch of shit, like what's going on in the world, how many wars, and what countries beefing with who, stock prices, like a whole bunch of different shit. And it's a doomsday clock to when they think the world's gonna end. It's 1 minute away, which sounds super close, but I don't know.
How long is a minute though? How long is a second?
Well, I mean, we're all the way around, you know what I mean? 12 o'clock is it, and we're like 1 minute away, so. But, it's not that long, they say, but I think 200 years is too long. Because I don't know, like, we're already, splicing DNA with other animals. Then, like, because just going by what the book of Enoch says, every generation thought they was in end times, even
Right,
after
right, right.
Jesus died. But you know, like that third temple shit. Like I be looking up on that third temple shit, and they got like 80% of the items. They just need like a red ox. They're waiting for a red ox. Is like a cattle. It's like a cattle that looks like kind of red, but it's brown or whatever. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but they're real pretty or whatever. And they said they're just waiting for that and something else. And I don't know. In the book of Enoch, it said as it was in the days of Noah or whatever. And then
So shall yeah, giants.
yeah,
Talk about giants, man.
the days of Noah, the population was 8 billion or whatever, and we're up there. And just that how God said
How you know it was 8 billion?
because it gives like they use their own measurements, like they use distance. They would say
Right, right.
furlongs for distance, and we know like how many. Well, like it's a translation. We know how many that is or whatever, and they gave like a number or whatever, and they just
Yeah.
calculated it out to that. And but I seen a Bible quote the other day. It was like some. It wasn't just like this, but it was exactly along the lines. It was like God was like, who would have thought you could send you could say hello onto them through lightning. Did I tell you that?
No.
He said, "Who would have thought you could say hello to onto those using lightning?
What does that mean?
Like how we send text messages through
Oh,
electricity.
okay.
Like what up?
Right, right, right.
Who would have thought,
Yeah,
nigga?
yeah. It's crazy. But I still feel as if, yeah, I mean, technologically we're advanced and we're like, I mean, there won't be another great city like America, because America is Babylon the Great, as they say. There won't be another great city, a great, this is the last city. I mean, not city, but you know what I'm trying to say, last country, last great
Yeah.
country. So yeah, definitely as far as like the time, we're definitely towards the end of the spectrum. But there has to be a lot more. I mean, today there's tribulation, but to the point where you can't, bro. There's gonna be cameras on every corner. You can't like the population, bro. It's gonna be like that movie where everybody's the same. Bro, I don't know. That's maybe it's just my imagination,
I
and I
think
could be just exaggerating it, but
no, I think we right around that corner though. Like
that's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, yeah, for sure, bro, for sure.
nigga, I don't know. Of course we got the, I mean, we still got the FRID chip to go, but they said that was supposed to be mandatory in 2018, but it's not. But a lot of people, like, there's already a couple of million people that already got that shit for their work and shit.
Yeah.
But we still got like, nigga, once that becomes mandatory, we're like,
Bruh, it's gonna get to the point where people can't eat, people start like famine, like what worldwide, and then the Antichrist gotta
bro, they
come, and
killing
you
Jews right
gotta,
now, bro. They, I mean, not Jews,
huh?
they killing Christians, bro. They've been killing
Bro, it's
Christians,
gonna
but
get to
they're
the point where,
slaughtering
bro,
Christians crazy now.
bro, yeah, it's getting to a point where you can't even say like you now. There's gonna be a point where niggas gonna be having to hide in tunnels and like sewers, bro, like few band of people, bro, like hiding like underneath ground, bro, to escape like slaughter, bro.
Nigga, for real.
That's what I'm thinking of when I say like 200 years, bro. Like
I,
soon, bro,
I don't,
real soon.
I don't think it's gonna be like that because China got this thing. I forget what it's called, but they got this thing. It's like Facebook, but it's like your finances connect, like interwoven with the both and whatever.
Hmm.
And like, if you mingle with people that has a bad number on there, like your number will go down. Or if you watch videos, like if you're on the internet and you watch videos that might be talking about some, how they say fake news, but it'd be some real shit or
Hmm.
whatever. Like your
Hmm.
credit would go down or whatever. And they got that shit in China right now, and they're trying to push it to Europe right now. And if they push it to Europe, they say it's gonna come here without a doubt. But yeah, they're gonna fucking. I don't know. Like, if you don't take that mark of the beast, like they're gonna say, hey, like whoever wants this can get this now. And then there's gonna be people willing. Then they're gonna be like, hey, they're gonna like bash people for like not getting it. Like, oh, these people are outdated or whatever, and all this
Yeah.
shit. Like, try to make you look like an outcast for not taking it or whatever. Then they're gonna get more people to do it. And then when they want more, they're gonna make it mandatory to like, hey, well, if you want a job, you gotta get a
Imprison, they
chip.
gonna prison you. Imprisonment.
So,
Oh
no,
yeah, you
they
can't
just
get a
need to
job.
control your finances for real. Pretty soon, like the money America use is a petrodollar, and
Hmm.
like the petrodollar is going down because we price on barrels of oil or whatever, and that shit's going down, and like we just got so much debt, like our money's starting to become like irrelevant.
Worthless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because China's already turned it down a minute ago. I don't know if Trump did some shit to get that back or what, but China turned that shit down. They stopped rocking with it.
Hey, but it's gonna get very scary very quick, bro. That's what we need. I'm gonna focus on like at the end of the day, focus on God getting right, and then like honestly block out all that noise because at the end of the day, I know it's coming. So I'm not gonna sit here and worry myself. I'm gonna live my life.
Nigga,
You know.
you know who King Los is?
Yeah, bro.
Nigga, I'm gonna send you a link, nigga. You better watch that shit, nigga.
All right.
He was battle rapping Head Ice, nigga. He was saying some woke ass shit. Nigga, we already, I don't know. I feel like I know this shit, so like, I could rap about that shit. Like, if I wanted to sound woke, I'll rap about that shit. King Los is pretty woke, man. Man, what the fuck? This shit keep on stopping, nigga. How long this shit been not going?
I should stop at 20 minutes, bro.
The fuck?
Twice. So we've been waiting here like 50 minutes, bro.
Man, they fucking reeled you in, nigga.
I'm telling you,
Hey, our
bro.
lobby's popping now. What? You a
Bro.
conqueror? Okay. We still get you in that motherfucker.
Everybody get a game.
Nigga,
Everybody get a game, man.
they should put us with diamonds. I mean, on crowns.
Bro, put us with anybody, bro. It's the end of days, bro. Come on, bro. We just trying to get a game, bro. Just put it with
Nigga, every other game don't have a ranking system like this. Fortnite don't. Call of Duty don't.
nigga, you put the best with the worst, nigga. That's how the worst get put.
Nigga, for real. I've been saying that. Yo, what time is it, bro?
Hold up. 19, bro.
4:19.
3:19.
Oh, I'm in there.
Why you say that?
Because I don't feel like smoking in my garage. I can smoke in the house still. Damn, nigga, gotta get that. Man, we playing something else. We ain't playing squad.
It don't matter, bro. I'm done.
It's fucking.
Yo, did I not like your shit again, bro?
Not again, man. You ain't fucking with me.
No, but it says I liked. It says you liked,
Me like you.
right? It says you like stay with me. I guess not. Yeah, cause I don't remember doing it, bro. I'm tripping. You gotta remind me. I'm telling you, bro. Like not playing, bro. As long as I have, bro. Like I'm telling you, I do. Like tripping. I just remember, like I just thought about that because I looked at the same place again, bro, and it said you like shit, and I'm like, bro, I ain't like your shit. What am I doing? And then you don't say nothing, bro. And I completely forget, bro.
It's all Gucci.
Nigga, you don't need likes anyway. Nigga, you got like 1,000 likes, nigga. Oh, 700.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that well liked.
What percentage your shit up?
Nigga, like 15. Nah, it just
Nigga, I
showed
don't
me
know.
it's on 10, nigga.
You lying, bro.
It's on 10.